Good morning, first grade. If you found this link and you're watching this video, that means you were able to follow directions and your internet was working. Awesome job. Good work. So today what you're going to need is a piece of notebook paper, just like that, plain Jane notebook paper, a pencil, and that's it. And your brain. You need your brain. Make sure you have that. Got it. Okay. So today I'm going to actually show you a story. I am going to draw a story for you. So the first step is to do this, to cut my paper in half. And I'm not literally cutting my paper in half. I'm using my pencil and I'm drawing it. See? Just like that. The next step, just like what we did in our Class Connect, I'm going to make the top part have 3 sections: the beginning, the middle, and the end. So just like that. So here you go. Very easy. You could have your mom or dad, or maybe a big brother or sister. Maybe they could try and help you, but here it is one more time. Now hit pause, and then you can actually do that with me. I'd like you to have that ready so you can kind of see what I'm doing, okay? So first of all, though, I'm going to tell you my story. So this story has to do in Alaska. It was an Alaskan story, and maybe I'll be able to send a picture out to you guys too about this story, because I actually have one. So 3 years ago, I gotta remember that, 3 years ago, my husband and I went with a friend, and we went fishing for halibut for the very first time. And we set the skate and we put the bait on, and it was really gross. I had never done that ever before, but it was beautiful out. The sun was shining off of the water and our boat was humming, boo. And then all of a sudden, with our regular fishing poles, we had our fishing poles and we were off the boat going like this, bouncing back and forth, and all of a sudden I get something. I get a pole, a really big pole, and then another really big pull, and I'm like, yes, I have something, I have something. That was the first time I'd ever caught anything in my life. And so I start reeling up, and I'm starting to reel up, and I get this big, huge, not halibut, not salmon, dog shark. Huge dog shark. In fact, it was so big that I didn't even want to touch it because it was huge. It was so big. And then my husband said, "Great job," and I said, "Great, you get it off the hook for me. I can't do it." So he did. And our friend took a picture of me because all of a sudden, my husband feels a pull on his, and he goes, "I have a pull on mine. I have a pull on mine." So he's reeling. And then, you'll never guess, he pulled up another dog shark. So he must have been going through a school of them. And his wasn't as big. So we put both of them on the boat, and we put them back in the water, but we put them both on the boat so we could get a picture of them first. And I picked up the smaller one, and he picked up the bigger one, and I put it right up next to my face like this, and I pretended I was kissing it like this, just like that. And I'll try to remember to send you a picture of it. But I was laughing, and that was the first time I'd ever caught a fish in my whole life, and I was just so excited. So that was a time when I felt happy. I think we could draw that story. Let's try. So in the beginning, what was I doing? Oh, it was 3 years ago. 3 years ago. That's my label. When we're in first grade, because we're strong first graders, we're smart first graders, we need to have labels and speech bubbles to help us remember what to write. Labels and speech bubbles, okay? So I'm going to do my first one. What time was it? It was 3 years ago. So I'm going to write 3 years ago. And if you're having trouble, just sound it out, and then you can have your learning coach, your big sister, big brother, mom or dad. They could help you later with the spelling. Okay, so you just try your best at the beginning. So 3 years ago. All right, let's see if I can get it there. There you go. 3 years ago. And then who were the characters? Me, Mr. Glumac, and our friend. Okay, so I'm going to draw me, and you can kind of tell my hair has a teeny, oh, not on this side, my hair has a teeny bit of curl, and it's kind of straight and kind of curly. So I'm going to do a little bit of both. I'm going to draw my hair a little bit curly and a little bit straight. But one thing I definitely do is I make sure I have a good circle for my head, because, you know, if we just make a circle and there's like a hole in my head, that doesn't work. So I make sure I take my time and I don't have any holes in my head, and I'm going to write me because it is me. And I'm going to draw Mr. Glumac here in a second, but I want you to see me. See, I don't take a ton of time, but I make sure that I can tell it's a person. And then Mr. Glumac, and Mr. Glumac, he has really curly hair. So I'm going to draw really curly hair, really, really, really curly hair. And then he was also happy. And you notice our faces look happy too. If we're telling a happy story, then our faces should be happy. Now remember, a personal narrative is something that happened to you. Okay, and then Mr. Glumac's name is William, and that's what I call him, so I'm going to draw that in my story. I wouldn't call him Mr. Glumac, not unless he was in front of kids. See, there you go. And then now our friend, he is so tall, so I'm going to make him really tall, but his legs are going to be way down here. He's really, really, really tall, and his name is Rob. And he has short, spiky hair. And I'm going to draw his name right here. Make sure I have my capitals. There we go, Rob. Rob. And then there was one other thing. We went on a boat. We went on a boat. And I'm going to make it kind of a funny looking boat. That way I can remember it is a boat. And I'm going to draw a boat. Boat. And as first graders, we need to have at least one speech bubble. At least one. Okay? Do I have any speech bubbles there? No way, Jose. I don't have any speech bubbles. So now I'm going to draw us all in the boat, because that's what happened next. And I have us in the boat. Me with my long hair. And then Mr. Glumac. My pencil's quitting on me. Uh-oh. There we go. Okay. And then Mr. Glumac with his curly hair, and he's smiling at me. I'm smiling at him. And then we have our skate in the water. I don't even know really how to draw a skate, but that's okay because I'm going to put little bits of fish on it and draw a little bit of fish. A plan for a story is kind of like a comic, you know, like ones you would read in the newspaper. That's why they're really fun. And let's see. So then, and then our really tall friend Rob. And what I said was, I've got a bite. So learning coaches, you could probably draw this. So I'm going to do this. See, look at my picture before I go any further. There's my fish, and then all of us. But are there any labels? No. Am I done? No. I got to make sure I have my labels. Okay, hold on. I've got a bite. Just like that. I've got a bite. And then I'm going to draw me, Will, I'm going to call him William, or Will for William, and Rob. Just like that. And then I'm going to draw a big picture with me being really happy. And I'm going to hold this big fish. I'm going to try. Let's see. This big dog shark. And the dog shark looks like this. Just like that. And I'm going to put me on the top. So now what I would really love for you to do is to draw a plan, a story, just like this, and then take a picture, maybe even like this. Take a picture, and I'm hoping to share with the class next week in the Class Connect. So I'm going to send you a K-mail with the directions and this video, and I really hope that I get to see your picture. So anyway, if you've watched this and you're ready to go, ready to hear the next step in our Class Connect, go ahead and give me a thumbs up or a smiley face, and I will see you shortly. Bye!